It's a big weekend for Calgary stargazers. Astronaut Dr. Robert Thirsk is in town for a series of events hosted by the U of C and Odem's World Foundation. And I'm pleased to say Dr. Thirsk is joining us this morning to tell us more about this weekend. Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me, Gina. It's good to be back in my home city.
Yeah, great to have you here, even though it's pretty cold here right now. But let's talk about this weekend and what will be happening.
There's three fun events that I'll be involved in, all space themed. First of all, tonight I'll be at the Park Restaurant on 13th Avenue Southwest, and we'll be having a conversation or a dinner salon on the theme of space exploration. So I'll have an opportunity to talk about the next dream destinations of where we'd like to go in space, the moon, the Mars of course, and some of the technologies and operational hurdles. But we'll also be looking at some of the governance, the ethical issues as well. There's a lot of new players out there in the space industry these days, and we want to make sure that when we explore space that we do it equitably, peacefully, sustainably, and safely.
Yeah, I do want to talk about that more in just a moment here, but before we get to that, why is it important for you to be a part of these talking series and just getting out back in the public and interacting with people about space exploration?
I'm a child of the 1960s and the 1970s, so I can remember when I was a student at Lord Beaverbrook High School. That was when Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon, and that Apollo lunar mission captured my interest. Without a doubt, it carved my educational and my career path to a very fulfilling job. And I'm hoping that the same kind of frontier spirit still exists here in Canada, and that we can nurture, number one, STEM education, young people to pursue education in science, math, technology. That's very, very important to our economy. But also encourage the Canadian society as well to not be afraid to take on audacious challenges and do it in a spirit of collaboration. So I want to keep the energy up. I want to keep the conversation going. And I want Canada to be at the forefront of space innovation and pioneering.
What are your thoughts on, in this last year, we've seen more and more of these billionaires get into the space tourism industry and that privatization of almost going to space. How do you think that that's going to work out when it also comes to research and exploration like you've been talking about?
Well, certainly there's been a lot of activities that the traditional government space agencies, NASA, the Canadian Space Agency, have been doing in low Earth orbit for decades. And I don't think we have any business doing that anymore. So I'm talking about remote sensing, I'm talking about telecommunication satellites, I'm talking about cargo delivery. We're not learning anything by repeatedly doing these activities. So it's time to turn that over to the private sector. And they're doing a great job. As you know, SpaceX, as you're showing here right now, has come up with some wonderful innovations that have reduced the cost of getting people and hardware into space. But there's always a cost. When you bring in new players, are the ethics, is the governance still there? Is there still safety as the paramount concern? Are we doing it sustainably? Are we violating any international treaties? So it's a mixed blessing, and the important thing is to have strong leadership to manage all of this.
I wish I had more time. I feel like I got 50 more questions I want to ask you, but I guess you got to go to one of your events this weekend and to chat with you more. I really appreciate your time this morning, Bob.
Thanks, Gina. All the best.
For more information about this weekend's events, you can head to the University of Calgary's website.